Welcome to From the Cheap Seats, the only official, unofficial talk show focusing on DSU athletics. I'm Nathaniel Easton, and my co-host will introduce himself.
And I'm Parker Robinson.
Folks, we just wanted to take this opportunity. It's a great time of the year to be a sports fan, and Parker and I are huge sports fans. You got the MLB playoffs, you got NHL starting, NBA starting, and we don't care about any of that. We're going to focus on Dickinson State athletics. We're going to catch you up to speed a little bit about what's going on around campus, around the athletic department. We're going to get you a look ahead at what's to come.
Right, and just taking a brief recap of volleyball. Last week they went down to Denver, taking two and losing one match out of their 3 games down there, beating the host school Johnson and Wales. And a pretty good road trip for our ladies, and came back, lost last night to
South Dakota Tech Division II school. It's been nice to see the support for the volleyball team has not wavered at all, really, and it's only mounted throughout the year. And I don't know what it's like to play in a hostile environment for volleyball, but it couldn't make it any easier, and I think our students do a great job getting into the game, making sure everyone's there, and really supporting the team.
Right, and that'll be big coming into these next few home games as our ladies make the push for the 5 spot to get into the North Star playoffs.
Sure. Cross country, they started the season off on the men's side as the favorites. They've done nothing thus far to lose that strength hold at the 1 spot in the North Star. Their conference meets coming up in November. They got a couple more races before then, but they're holding strong, still looking like the favorite in the North Star. The ladies' side came in second to Jamestown, and in a couple races already they finished ahead of Jamestown. Haven't raced against everyone in the North Star, obviously, but still looking like they're going to finish strong, and both teams will have a good shot come that conference meet.
Right, and that was expected out of them. They were both teams picked pretty high in the preseason polls, so just living up to expectations, which can be hard.
Baseball, they played some fall games this year, 10 games. We were able to go 5-5, drop 2 tough ones to Jamestown the last week. But other than that, really played well, all things considering. It was a lot cleaner baseball than I anticipated we'd see with such an early start, but I guess everyone's playing summer ball, so it makes sense.
Right, and then the golf team also got in a few tournaments in the abnormally good fall weather we had. The first year for the North Star doing the split conference, so 2 rounds counting towards conference in the fall, and then we'll have a following 2 rounds in the spring. Team finished not too bad in the fall here. Struggled a little bit here and there, but that could be expected. Hopefully get out to a hot start in the spring and bounce back.
And football, obviously, hopefully you've heard about them. Hopefully you've been to their games. If not, you got one final chance to check them out at home. But a couple different opportunities to see them. But they are currently ranked 24th in the country, have been rolling since that loss to Rocky, undefeated in conference play, and really just a stout performance week in, week out. It's become what you expect from the Blue Hawks.
Right, and just impressive all around. Just a stout defense. Offense is coming around, scoring points, and not much answer to that.
They make the 3-quarterback system work better than I think anyone who's ever tried it, if anyone has ever tried it.
Kings of the school, man, where the boys are fall. Well, it's turn and face the stars and stripes. It's fighting back them butterflies. It's calling in the air, all right. Yes, sir, we want the ball. And it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass.
We're back now, and we're joined with Seth Moorkirky. Seth, I would describe what position you play, but I don't really know week to week, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I guess I'm considered a quarterback, but I also punt for the Blue Hawks.
Alrighty. Now, take us through the season so far. It's kind of been a whirlwind for yourself. Just from the stands, I never know who's going out there playing quarterback. It's always a little interesting surprise. Keeps our attention, that's for sure. But just take us through that. You know, how you started as a freshman, first went from a backup role, obviously in fall camp, to boom, you're playing. Now kind of a little bit more of a transition. Just take us through that a little bit.
Yeah. So last spring I was a backup to Kaler, and I kind of went into the fall thinking, I'd be a backup again, just because he's had 2 years under his belt. He's a good quarterback, and he knows what he's doing. And then he gets that injury, and I'm kind of just thrown in there, and it was exciting, and I was so excited for it. And then I started a few games, and Rob started a few games, and we've kind of just, we've both been playing equal. He's been playing a little more. He's been doing a little better than me, so he's been showing out a lot. So that's just awesome to see. And I don't even mind taking a step back. It's fun to see the Blue Hawks winning.
Well, we don't need to be too modest, Seth. When you got in, I think you went 4 for 4 with a solid drive right down the heart of the Jamestown defense last week.
Yeah, it was probably. I think that increased my season percentage to probably 20% now. So
Easy,
you were good now.
You were relaxed. Just keep that going. Talk about the punting. Is it something new? Something you've done before? It's quite impressive. I was a little worried about the kicking game heading into the year, but you and Josh, kicking seems to be in good hands.
Yeah, I guess I punted in punt, pass, and kick when I was little, so that's there's my first experience there. But I did punt a little bit my sophomore year when I lived in Montana, and then my junior year a little bit more, but I didn't punt my senior year at all. And then just kind of told coach, I kind of know how to punt a little bit. And it's just been going from there. But yeah, Josh, they've been really stepping up big too for field goals and PATs. So.
Yeah, the kicking, like I said, it's been a lot cleaner than.
Sure,
we don't have a kicker out there, but
yeah.
Right, and probably nice to know each time you go out, either kicking or on the offensive end, to know that defense is on the other side, got your back. How have they been doing this year?
Yeah, man, our defense is rock solid. Number one in the conference. They weren't ranked number one going into a few games, especially that presentation game, and I think they really wanted to show the world what they were about, and they've been doing a stellar job. I think they had three picks last week or something. Quite a few turnovers. They've had a lot of turnovers this year, so they're number one in the conference for a reason.
Yeah, I was telling Parker at the Jamestown game, we take for granted how good our defense is. The ball just doesn't get past midfield, except for some fluke play. It's really interesting and exciting. I don't think fans are quite appreciative of how great that is and how beneficial that could be coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I've been part of teams where the defense wasn't good and the offense is just sitting on the sideline all the time and your defense is out there. And I think that's just a good thing to know that our defense is just going to be able to get in there, make plays, get a bunch of 3 and outs, and then give us good field position as an offense, and just be able to march and score just because they have good field position for us. So that's definitely a relief and just a comfort when you're stepping out there. Just as a quarterback and a punter, it's nice.
Since beating Valley was in the top 20. We weren't ranked that first week after that, but progressively we've moved up a spot each week. How much attention do you guys pay to that in the locker room?
I don't know. I think it's just, I think we all know how good we really are. So, even if we weren't ranked, we'd still know how good we were. It's not so much all the accolades that come with it, but I think it's exciting to see the Blue Hawks in the top 25 again. We haven't been there in a long time, so that's definitely a good thing to see. But I think we just want to keep it moving and keep winning.
All right, now few games left in the regular season. What's the outlook for the team?
Definitely up. We're all really excited for the end of the season. We got some big games coming up, that are going to decide the conference. I think everybody's excited to play in the Fargo Dome too. That's going to be quite an experience, and I think we're taking it week by week, day by day, game by game, and definitely play by play because things can happen. We saw Valley won against Mayville. They killed them
55-6.
Yeah, and then they lose to them a couple weeks later, and that's been stressed to us a little bit. Anything can happen in this conference, and we definitely know that. So we're just coming out, just playing to the best of our ability, and playing with the guys around us and just having fun. I think that's the biggest thing. We all just trying to have fun out there.
Hey, it's fun to watch. Keep up the punting, keep up the throwing, keep up whatever you're doing out there. Keep doing a good job, and we'll just keep on rolling.
Yeah, you guys keep cheering hard. It's awesome to see you guys. That was awesome to see you guys in Jamestown. So
hey, we'll make a few more appearances.
Yeah.
All right. All right, thank you to our punter, quarterback specialist, Seth Moore-Kirky.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house.
Social media has become a huge part of a college kid's life these days, and it's really infiltrated into sports. It's a great way to keep up with current former athletes. It's also a great way to get yourself in a little bit of a trouble. We've seen some scandals from Twitter. But each week we're going to focus on a positive tweet from one of our Blue Hawks. This week's tweet of the week comes from one Sefa. Sefa is a beast on the defensive line, but unfortunately he was hurt during our homecoming game against Waldorf. However, his tweet indicates that injury may be taking care of itself. The tweet: "Thank you, God, for healing my knee in the quickest way possible. I'll be back sooner than I thought." Couple happy face emojis, I think that's what they're called, and a finger point to the sky. Go ahead and give Sefa a follow. His Twitter handle, I'm just going to spell it out so I don't butcher the pronunciation. IOKOZUNA_234. Look forward to seeing Sefa back out on the field.
Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house.
All right, with sports seasons in full swing here, we're going to look ahead at the games to come. Volleyball is heading to La Crosse, Wisconsin. They're going to play a 3-game set there, playing Central College, Bethel, and Wisconsin La Crosse on the 16th and 17th. That should be a good one. And then they get back into conference play on October 23rd when they head to Mayville. That'll be a big one. Looking forward to getting towards that 5 spot in the volleyball.
Absolutely. Football is going to be on the road this weekend at Dakota State, and then they'll have a bye week, and senior day is coming up, but at Dakota State is what we got on the docket for next week. After that, the next home sporting event is actually basketball. Women's and men's basketball will be home October 23rd, facing Ogallala Lakota, and then the 28th we'll have Minot State. We'll get more into basketball in future episodes, but crazy enough, basketball is on the docket.
Right, and also this Saturday, the 17th, our cross-country men's and women's team will be heading to Yankton, South Dakota. A lot of fun things going on in that town, I'm sure.
How far is that from?
You know, it may be a Dakota State duo. We might get to catch a little football and a little cross country.
Yeah, folks, look into that. We'll check it out. See if we can make both of them. Love to see some fans out there. I'm sure the cross country runners and football team would appreciate that.
All right, and Hawks are up.
Hawks are up.
And the message coming from my eyes says leave it alone.